let's go ahead and get into this reunion. Clap if you think Vanessa Lachey is on crack. Yup. No, keep clapping. Yeah. Cause see, my daddy used to be a crackhead. I know a crackhead when I see one. Especially during Black Jesus Rose on the 3rd day, so as Black women still, we rise month. Let me go ahead and start by saying this. Vanessa, you are a horrible host. You are a horrible host. You come across as a fucking airhead. I would rather pluck each one of my booty hairs from my asshole one by one than to ever watch you host another show. And mind you, my booty got a whole lot of hair in it. So it would take hours. I'm talking about money long hours and hours and hours. I could pluck you for hours and hours and hours. It would take hours. You bring nothing to this. Absolutely nothing. As a matter of fact, you come across as somebody who's doing some type of drug. Is it crack? You come across as somebody who's high off helium. What's up, guys? It's your sister. I'm so sorry it took me so many days to get back to you guys. I just got back from Jamaica last night. It is, what day is it? It is Wednesday, 4:49 p.m. I got here last night and just hadn't had a chance to really record this for y'all. But trust me, I've seen everything. Y'all know I was in Jamaica having the time of my life. First of all, I want to start by saying thank you so much to Ebony Magazine for sending me and a whole bunch of Black excellence to Jamaica for Jamaica Carnival 2023. It was amazing. I think this is Jamaica's first real official carnival since the pandemic. So it was a really big deal. We got to meet with people from the Board of Tourism. We've got to do all the events. I mean, we got to do carnival, and y'all, I am officially an Olympian, baby. First of all, my greedy ass ended up on Usain Bolt's yacht because I was looking for more food in the middle of the ocean. I swam up to the yacht because I saw bitches snapping down on some snapper. I swam up. They said, you want food? Yeah, so come, I can make you a plate, okay? I'm getting on the yacht. I'm chopping down on some snapper, some festival, some plantain, okay? Beverage, okay? And boom, behold, and lo and behold, it was Usain Bolt's big ass coming on top of the yacht, bitch. I almost dropped my damn snapper. I made sure I didn't though, because them Jamaicans would have beat my ass if I would have dropped that damn snapper. It was a whole snapper too. They would have beat my ass for that shit, okay? One thing about Jamaicans, they're not going to play by their food, okay? I think that's one thing for all Caribbean nations and Black people. We don't play by our food, okay? So I did not drop the snapper. But baby, I couldn't believe it was Usain. And I was like, oh my God, this is your boat. He's like, I thought it was your boat the way you walking around it. Not he dragged me. Not the fastest man alive dragging me. But anyway, we got to take a picture. We flicked it up. And then that night, I was able to actually beat him in a sport. Take a quick look. Sister, hey, this is live footage of me beating Usain Bolt in a sport. I want y'all to look at this closely. So I had asked him to take a picture with me and the Ebony Magazine crew, and he was like, no, you got to play me in rock, paper, scissors for it. I lost the first round, but I wasn't down for long. The second round, I win. So now we have a final round. Now let's see who's going to take it home. Ungadi. Bumbleclad! Hey! Jamaica, is this your king? Is this your king? Anyways, he was so sweet. He took a picture with me and Amorion right here. We're doing his famous pose. Look at that. Ah! Legendary. Then he took pictures with me and the rest of the Ebony Magazine crew. And y'all, I am officially a Haitian Olympian. What's good? Voyez-moi les pictures. I mean, what can I say? I'm telling y'all, I am an Olympian. Y'all are speaking to a whole Haitian Olympian. okay? During Black Jesus died and rose on the third day, so as Black women still we rise month. Yeah, that's right. A Haitian Olympian, Safa say, hello. Shoot, where's my gold medal? But yeah, y'all, so you know what? If you want more deets on my Jamaica trip, I'll actually do something at the end of this video for those of you guys who want to stick around for it. Also, next Tuesday, April 25th, we will be at Rocksteady for my coupe party. I'm still waiting on a damn flyer. Somebody please tell DJ Cash it does not take 7 to 10 business days to make a flyer. Somebody please tell him that. Let me know if I got to make my own flyer my damn self, okay? But next Tuesday in Atlanta, it is my coupe party. So y'all make sure y'all come out. Again, it's gonna be for my music video that's coming up, and also I'm releasing Coupe, and I'm actually gonna release it on May the 5th. I was gonna release it this month, but logistically speaking, I had to do a lot of things. As an artist, as someone who's independent, I had to pay a lot of bills in order to do this, and I wanted to make sure my paperwork, I want to make sure paperwork and all legal things are taken care of, that checks are in people's accounts. So don't come for my ass, okay? So May the 5th, I will be releasing it. So I'm really, really excited. So anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this motherfucking review, shall we? So first of all, let's talk about Netflix being a complete joke, okay? Which is so funny because Netflix literally has a platform called Netflix is a Joke. Let's talk about them being a complete joke with promising us a live Love is Blind reunion, but Love is Blind should have been called Love is Not Live, Love is Not Working, Love is Late, Love is Full of Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, love gonna play in your face. That's what it should have been called. You know, I was in Jamaica, and in Jamaica, there's a time difference. So, for instance, right now, it is 5:01 in Atlanta. So that means it's 4:01 in Jamaica. So, it was supposed to be what? I think the live was supposed to go up at 8 o'clock. So, it was 7 p.m. that time, Jamaica time. And so I'm upon my iPad. So, you know what I mean? So I can watch the blood clock, the Ross clock, you know what I'm saying? The reunion. And I'm getting on there and I'm like, what in the bumper clock? What in the bumper clock is this? Not Irene and Jackie fucking up the system. What? So I kept refreshing my screen. I kept logging off, logging back on. Child, Scotty Beam was down with us. Me, Scotty, Jerry, like we was all trying to, Shaniqua was all trying to watch Love is Blind reunion, and nobody could get in. So I think at first we thought it was a Jamaica thing. Like, we're like, okay, maybe we can't watch it in Jamaica. Because even the next day, we weren't able to see it. Like, we could see all the episodes but the reunion. It was really, really weird. So I didn't get to watch the reunion until last night when I got home, okay? So literally, I'm just like flabbergasted. My goodness. I mean, who would have ever thought that an app not built for live TV wouldn't work during a live event? What a turn of events, right? What a turn of events. Okay, stop laughing. It's not funny. Now, I did find it funny when they said it was Netflix was running late, Love is Blind was running late because Brett had to get his pants tailored. I thought that was hilarious. It wasn't that funny though, because Vanessa, you're not funny. You don't give funny. You give cringe, you give embarrassing, you give annoying. But I chuckled. Let's start off with like the fashions. Like my friend Q. Shout out to Funky Dineva. Let's talk about the fashions first of all. So the fashions. Who do y'all think were best dressed? I think that Tiffany and Brett were best dressed, although Brett's pants did not match his blazer, but the shoes were definitely fresh. Tiffany kept it simple with a white dress and some heels. The red lipstick was nice. Her makeup was nice. Her hair was nice. Brett's hair was really nice. I love Brett's hair. I don't think I've ever mentioned that, but I love how he wears his hair in that mohawk style. I think that style was very, very prominent like in like 2017, 2016, 2018. I don't see guys really rocking it as much anymore, but it looks really, really good on him. Brett has a really nice face. Who else? I think second in place was definitely Bliss and Zach. I love that they both color coordinated. They're like a little Disney couple, you know what I'm saying? It was giving like Tiana and the Frog a little bit. I think that Kwame and Chelsea should have did a better job of, I don't know, coordinating, but Kwame looked nice. Chelsea was in her pink as usual. Now, maybe I need to drink some water. But baby, Kwame looked fine as fuck at this reunion. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what y'all say. Kwame looked it good. Kwame looked it good. And did y'all see how he got his Jamie Foxx on and switched his hairline up? Bitch. Did y'all see that shit? Who the fuck is this new nigga right here? Who the fuck is this new nigga right here? Kwame. Did y'all see how he switched up his hairline? He looked it good. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. He looked it good. You know, if things don't work out, let me stop playing. Let me stop playing for real. Who else was cute? Paul looked like he was going into the office. What the fuck? Paul looked like he was finna run a couple errands, maybe stop by the office, then make a little Starbucks run real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck you had on? What was that? Michael looked nice, but Michael looked old. Is it me or Michael looks old? Maybe it's the... See, I don't like my white sisters, please, for the love of God, stop getting y'all lips done. It don't look good. If you're gonna get your lips done, just get a little. You see, me, I actually get my top lip done because I don't have lips at all. So I do fill in my top. I get my top lip filled in, okay? But see, it goes with me because I'm what? Okay, I'm gonna get y'all together during Black Jesus died, but he rose on the third day. So as black women, still we rise month, okay? You see this? It goes with this, okay? This don't go with this. This goes with this, okay? And not saying that there's not white women out here who have big lips, because there are. But the thing is, y'all be looking like Nemo auntie. Like, y'all be having that. Y'all be looking like y'all trying to find Nemo. It's not correlating. It's not coordinating. It's not cultivating. It's not, you know, it's appropriate. You know what I'm saying? Like, can y'all get what I'm trying to say about this shit? Please stop with the y'all looking old as fuck. Okay? Micah looks like she's the same age as her mother with them damn lips. It does not look good. I'm so sorry. It don't look good, baby. Who else looked good? Marshall looked nice. Marshall looked handsome as usual. He looked really nice. So I guess that's about it for the fashions. Let's get into the meat. Let's get into the meats. Let's get into the meats. Not my white king texting me. Hold on. Oh shit, y'all still here? Hey, how you doing? First, we talked to Brett and Tiffany, the couple that really saved the season. But is it me or we didn't get any Brett and Tiffany during this reunion? It was really weird. Like, for a couple that saved this season, they really didn't get much respect during this reunion. Like, respectfully, I would have liked more Brett and Tiffany questions. Is it me or their segment was so fucking weird? And I really didn't appreciate that, because I feel that especially as the couple that saved this season and gave us an actual love story that we could all like gush over, the way that y'all came in, the way that Nick and Vanessa came in and introduced them, I think was the corniest shit I have ever seen at a reunion. Vanessa, you're actually, like, your level of corniness is cringy. Like, is it, whatever lay it off. Like, lay off of that shit. Lay off the baby powder, sis. You're coming off as a crackhead. You're coming off as a corny ass bitch. The way you fucking introduced Tiffany and Brett honestly was disrespectful. First of all, the whole moment about, oh, you know, so remember last we left off, y'all were gonna go ahead and sneak off into the bridal suite. We actually have some footage for that. And so I'm watching it like, I know good and damn well they not about to show Tiffany and Brett getting it in the bridal suite. Because already, I still have a problem with the way they zoomed in on Tiffany's buttocks when they were in Mexico. I mentioned that during my review for that episode. But anyway, I'm still on y'all ass about that. So I'm like, I know they're not about to give me more to get on their ass about by recording these people inside the bridal suite. And so she introduces the footage, and the footage is Tiffany sleeping. Clap if you thought that was funny. Clap if you thought it was corny as fuck. The shit was fucking corny. Like, honestly, I could sit right here in front of this camera for the next hour and just talk about that moment and how fucking corny it was. And the reason for that is, at this point in the game, Love is Blind is too big of a show not for y'all to have good writers to write these segment introductions for y'all. Because I know Vanessa's airhead ass ain't writing this shit. I know somebody wrote it for her. Y'all got too much money. Y'all are making too much money off this cast for y'all not to have good writers. What this segment showed me is that you motherfuckers are looking at Twitter and Instagram for your content. And you're trying to remix it for the reunion. And bitch, it won't work. No, it's not gonna work. It doesn't work. Be a fucking original. Be a fucking original. Please. That shit was corny as fuck. And Brett and Tiffany were sitting there like, nobody laughed. Nobody laughed. It wasn't funny. It was corny as hell. Nobody laughed. Vanessa, you know, I got plenty of material for your ass, but Vanessa, I don't want to see you back on this shit. To be honest, you're whack. You're corny. You're not a good host. You're not a good host. You don't have questions. You don't have questions. This is the reunion. We have 12 episodes of this show. Where were your questions for these people? Where were your questions? Don't worry. I'm going to get into your ass. How, and I might drag you more than I drag Jackie. Like, how the fuck am I about to drag you more than I drag Jackie and Princess Fiona? That shit is fucking crazy to me. But anyway, we get into Tiffany and Brett. You know, Brett lets us know that he actually lives in Portland. So just like Kwame, he lives in Portland. You know, he was driving up each and every day for 3 hours to and from work, and to be able to spend time with Tiffany during this process. He says that Tiffany actually had to move down to Portland to be with him. And, you know, they were asked, you know, how's everything going? And Tiffany said she loves the fact that even though they've been married for a year, that Brett and her still date. She said that that's something her family members told her and were very adamant about. Yeah, you guys are married, but still date each other. You've got to keep dating each other. That's how you keep things fresh. Date each other, have fun, enjoy each other. You have Vanessa asking them, well, when are you guys gonna give us a baby? Again, where are the writers? Where are the writers? Where are the writers? Like, y'all don't know that it's actually really cringe to keep asking somebody about babies. Anyway, I think at first it wasn't too cringe with Tiffany and Brett. But as the reunion kept going and Vanessa kept asking that shit, it got weird. It became extremely, extremely weird. I'm happy that Brett and Tiffany had a very nice and clean answer for your dumb ass, because clearly you didn't have any important questions for them. And they told you, hey, we're enjoying each other. We're still newly married. We're traveling the world. You know, we're taking our time, period. It just was weird. I think they mentioned, of course, like Tiffany's famous nap, and, you know, Tiffany touched on that. She said that actually, Brett clarified that she actually fell asleep for like a good 20 minutes, and that, you know, Tiffany gave a shout out to Chelsea and was like, you know, shout out to my girl. She came in there singing Usher's Yeah, 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 because she said that that was a song that they would sing a lot in their headquarters. So she said shout out to Chelsea for having her back. And see, that's when I knew Chelsea was a real ass bitch. Chelsea had her back. Hey girl, hold on, Sleeping Beauty. Wait a minute now. Your husband is at the door. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Chelsea was getting her TD Jakes on. Wake up. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, get up, girl. Your husband is waiting on your ass. That's when I fell in love Chelsea. I knew Chelsea was a real ass bitch. Vanessa or Nick, one of them did mention that it was good to see Marshall sitting next to them. Marshall did play a huge part, you know, in their relationship. Now, as a viewer watching the show, you know, as far as I was concerned, I just remember Marshall encouraging Brett to be emotionally available and emotionally intelligent and not afraid to express himself when it came to Tiffany. I had no idea that Marshall and Tiffany had made a connection. But again, this is a testament to how amazing Marshall is. His ability to realize, you know what? Her and I, but she would be perfect for Brett. Marshall really deserved his flowers. And to be honest, I would actually like to ask Love is Blind to put him on the next season. I really would. I would want to see him get another try. Because I really think Marshall deserves it. It was nice. It was so nice to see him share that and for them to be thankful to him for that. But again, that was it for Brett and Tiffany. And I really couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. No questions about, you know, their families, you know, no questions about, you know, how they're making it work now that she has moved. Like, it just was like, how do they feel about the impact that they've had on social media and viewers watching them? You guys are the first real Black love story of this show. How does it feel to be the first, like, Black couple of Love is Blind to be able to impact the viewers the way that you did? Like, what do you think this means for your community? Like, no questions for these people. No questions. Just airhead vibes. How the fuck do you not ask them those types of questions, especially because obviously y'all have been dipping into social media and seeing people's reactions to Brett and Tiffany? How do you not acknowledge the impact that they have made on Black people? And the fact that Black Twitter really is the reason why y'all are so fucking successful. So to see them have the impact that they've had on Black people in general, how do you not address that shit? How do you not address that shit? How do you not address that? You had 3 Black people right there who could really give more impactful insight on their experience. And it wouldn't just be impactful on Black people, because there's a lot of people who still have yet to be represented on Love is Blind correctly, if we're being honest. But I'm Black, so, you know, I'm gonna speak up for my Black people, you know what I'm saying? But there are a lot of brown people, a lot of other people from different ethnicities who have not really been properly represented. And I think that them as a couple literally has changed the game for this show and showed these people that, hey, Black love is actually very successful. Black love is actually something that you can lead with on these shows. And for Nick and Vanessa to totally ignore that, to me, was such a slap in the face. And it was actually the first moment that I realized this bitch is on crack. You gotta be on crack not to address that shit. You gotta be on crack. It's gotta be crack. What is it for you to be that stupid to miss out on such a moment? Vanessa, you're really annoying. You're not a good host. Like, you're actually not a good host throughout the season. First of all, you and Nick honestly bring nothing to the show. Y'all bring nothing to this experience. We don't give a fuck about y'all's marriage. We really don't. Let's just be real. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it 100. We don't give a fuck about you and Vanessa being together. The last time I gave a fuck about Nick Lachey having a wife was when he was married to that lady who was calling tuna chicken of the sea. That's the last motherfucking time I cared about you being in a relationship. I don't give a fuck about you and your bland ass relationship with Vanessa. And to be honest, Vanessa be having these little sly ass comments about you that leads me to believe that y'all are not happily married. Y'all are not happily married. And your unhappily marriage is killing the vibes on this motherfucking show. Y'all have no true insight. You bring nothing to this experience. Absolutely nothing. And I don't want to see y'all ass next season. I don't. Now, I would love to host. You know, this is me throwing my hat in the ring. You know, I would love to host or at least do a reunion. But shit, it's not about me. It's about the experience. Y'all are ruining the experience. Y'all are ruining the Love is Blind experience. And I'm tired. I'm actually tired. Next couple. Shit. They finish off, Brett and Tiffany were talking about those beautiful pictures that Brett took of Tiffany. Apparently he took those pictures. Did he say he took them on his iPhone? I can't remember, but Brett actually shared that he's also a photographer and he was just starting his photography journey around the time that he met Tiffany. So shout out to him for taking those gorgeous pictures. And they used that to segue into that Fruit of the Looms photo shoot that Chelsea and Kwame had, which again, I thought that was, it gave a little bit of Pornhub. I wasn't mad at it, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I know for a fact that Kwame got that Congo meat. I know it. I knows it. I knowed it in my heart. I could feel it in my spirit that man got that Congo meat. I'm telling you. I done told y'all my reasoning before, and again, I'm telling y'all right now, when you look at Chelsea, all you see is dick in her eyes. Till this day, my sister is in a sunken place. All you see is dick and a smile in her eyes. That's all you see. Look at her. Just look at her during the reunion. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh. That boy is digging that girl down, okay? And I ain't mad at her. Listen, I'm happy for my sister. She deserves, especially putting up with Alex's ass. She deserves. Now, I wonder what kind of meat is she getting. Is she getting Kwame's meat or is she getting Alex's meat? What kind, who meat she get? Because, you know, we know it's two of them. It was two of them in there. So, which one is she getting? Is she getting Alex or is she getting Kwame meat? She ain't getting that Kwame meat. She's going to pass that over here. All right. So, anyway, y'all. So, we go ahead and we get into Kwame and Chelsea. And again, I really feel like these hosts really suck. They really did not ask the questions. They brought up the whole Micah situation. They were talking about that Chelsea, Kwame, Micah were the first love triangle of the season. You know, they showed the scene between Micah and Chelsea, which I had never seen before. I guess it was never shown on the show before. And this is after the whole poolside chat where they were talking to each other for 20-30 minutes. Remember how excited Kwame was to see Micah? Y'all remember? Like, he was literally by the pool, like excited to meet her, excited to see her. And again, I still have not seen Kwame have that type of energy for Chelsea. But anyway, you see them talk to each other, and Chelsea checked Micah. Like, you know what? Like, I understand this is y'all first time meeting, but it didn't make any sense for y'all to be in each other's faces like that for 20 damn minutes. It doesn't take that much, you know, chat, especially considering the fact that you said to us that you were breaking up with Kwame, and Kwame told me in the pause that he was breaking up with you. Now, I had to because again, that was never like discussed on the show. We never saw Kwame say that. But I'm gonna come back to that. Anyway, though, they have a chat, and in the chat, Micah apologized. She said, yeah, it was disrespectful. I apologize for that. It will never happen again. I love you. They hugged it out. So I think for Chelsea, when they asked her, you know, watching the show back, was it hard for her to see, you know, those moments between Micah and Kwame? She said, yes, it was very hard to see, but I had felt that her and I had resolution. And when you watch the, you know, the chat with her and Micah, Micah was forthcoming. She did say she made the, you know, proposal failure joke or whatever she said, the whack ass proposal, cheers to a failed proposal, whatever she said. She told her the truth. So, I mean, can't really be too mad at a bitch who's willing to tell you the truth, right? She was honest. And so she felt that they had reached a resolution. Now, you know, when they went more into Kwame and Micah, you know, Kwame said the thing is, like, after the pods, I didn't have any more feelings for for Micah. You know, I knew that Chelsea was the one. I had no lingering feelings for her. And I feel like they didn't really dig into his ass enough about that, because here's the thing. Again, at the pool, when you were at the pool, you were literally talking about feelings still being there. And then when you were being interviewed by production, you were saying, yeah, you know, I love Chelsea and everything, but my man, Micah, there's something about Micah. And then when we further down to Chelsea's birthday party, which is later on in the season, you were all up in Micah's face again, asking her about her and Paul in a very disrespectful way. So, Kwame, again, it's hard to go to bat for you, bruh, because the footages say different. The footages tell me you still had something for Micah. You were still considering her, and you were giving her energy that you weren't giving Chelsea. Like, that's what played out on camera, bruh. Now, I do understand how production works. I do understand a lot of things get left in the cutting room. And so, and the main reason for that is they have a story to tell. So I definitely understand that. But considering, if you're going to tell me post the pods, you had nothing for this girl, but nous woke up rien tout grande don, you know what I'm saying, on the side of the pool, just like just showing all your motherfucking teeth and your tonsils the moment you saw her, and every time you were around her, having these borderline disrespectful discussions about concerning both of you guys, knowing that y'all are both engaged to other people, it's hard to go to bat for you for that. Am I the only one who feels that way? Like, it just was like, it's not giving. Your explanation is not giving. I liked that Kwame apologized to Chelsea, her mama, her daddy, her family, all of Ghana, all of Africa. He apologized. Kwame had an apology for everybody concerning him being disrespectful to Chelsea. So I do like that he owned up to that. Now, when he started talking about the fact that he just felt that there were narratives, and him and Chelsea both said this, that there were narratives being pushed. So a lot of the moments that they had in these scenes were not shown, and they just feel like if people would have seen more of those moments, then there would be more people who supported him and her union. I thought it was very funny when he was like, yeah, you know, I feel like I disappointed all the people who support us. Clap if you support Kwame and Chelsea. Exactly, because I was sitting there like, what the fuck is he talking about? I mean, we support Chelsea. I don't know if we support both of y'all, but we support Chelsea in her I'm gonna get this black dick endeavor. I'm gonna support my sis in that. I'm gonna support her in that. I'm gonna ride with her. I'm gonna ride at dawn with her on her mission. But baby, we do not support y'all. Let's keep it 100. Now, I did not like the fact that they didn't touch on how much bullying was happening with Micah when it came to Chelsea and Kwame. How she would laugh at Chelsea in the pods with Princess Fiona. How she was able to basically like press Kwame into proposing to her, but then like shut him down, and then press Paul to propose to her. And basically that whole scheme that Todd set up between her, Micah, and Paul, the fact that they asked her nothing about that, it was just really clear like whose dick they was riding. These hosts were really weird. Like, it just was so biased and one-sided for a lot of these, this questioning. Let me know if I'm wrong, y'all, but given how much we all talked about Micah and her triangle with Kwame and Paul, and how she did Kwame so fucking wrong, to the point where Kwame was in the motherfucking pod's headquarters crying like somebody who had lost his mama. Just like, what the fuck? Y'all ever seen that clip of that African daddy? What's that clip of that guy's daddy who just sat there? I don't know what his son said. His son was like, you know, I know you've done all this stuff to me, but I love you, Dad. And his dad looked at him and said, yeah. That's how Kwame was crying. Like, how do y'all not address that shit? How do we not address the Viola Davis snot cry from Kwame or AKA Alex? How? So now that we kind of find out, even though we don't really have receipts, but now that we kind of found out that Kwame was actually gonna be ending things with Micah anyway, does that add another layer to this shit for me? I don't know. I don't give a fuck. Next, Nick did ask Chelsea if she feels that Micah played with Kwame's feelings in the pods. And I'm sorry, is it me or that's a question he should have asked Micah? Why are you asking Chelsea that? You should have been asking Micah that so that she could explain herself, because she did in fact play with his feelings. She played with his feelings, she played with Paul's feelings, and we're gonna talk about Paul in a minute. But the fact that, again, she was able to y'all just tootsie rolled and pussyfooted around the motherfucking subject, which was the fact that she literally like scammed that man into proposing to her just so she could say he proposed to me and not you, Chelsea. That's literally what it was all about. And then she did the same thing with Paul, because Paul had the connection. What was the other girl? I always forget her name. But it was kind of like she was collecting these niggas like Thanos. She was getting her Thanos rings and making sure that the girls in the pods, like in the pod headquarters, felt her wrath. Like, okay, like, I'm getting chosen by all y'all's niggas. I'm getting chosen by all you guys as dudes. So it was a game to the girl. It literally was a game to the girl. And the fact that y'all just let her skate by that, y'all suck. Nick and Vanessa suck. You guys suck ass. Y'all are not good hosts, especially not for a reunion. Chelsea did go on to let her know that she met Tunde's mama. I mean, Kwame's mama. She met Alex's mama. She said, yup, she met Alex's mama. Now, did she go to Gaina? Remember how, did y'all think that was weird how she was in her bridal suite? I didn't touch on that in the last video, but I thought it was very weird how she said Ghana. Yeah, you know he's from Gaina. So did she go to Gaina? Did she go to Gaina to meet his mother? You know, I guess it's nice that she met his mom. Something about that to me just, I don't know, it's just not believable to me, but I mean, I don't see why they would lie about that. She did say they went to her sister's house. So is her sister living in is his sister living in Gaina? What is it? Did y'all catch a flight? I don't know. I really want to know more about that. Now, there was a rumor that Kwame's sister was a paid actress, but they were able to debunk that. I saw a tweet about that somewhere. Somebody sent it to me. They were able to debunk that. And here's the thing. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. If you thought that that was not that man's sister, you stupid. Because they got the same motherfucking nose. They both got that name. You get mem name. They both have their name. They both have their name. They both got that nose. So I don't see what y'all was not seeing. Okay, genetics, features, it tells a story. Okay, genetics, features, they're there for a reason. They literally have the same nose. I'm telling y'all, if we were to put his sister in the same haircut, they'd be twins. They look just alike. So I never bought that. Now, I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Maybe then you get faith, a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. Yes, the I hope you dance couple. Of course, they brought that shit up again. They brought that damn song up again. You know, and Zach was saying how I guess someone on his social media made a comment that the I Hope You Dance song is a synopsis to their relationship. You know, there's a lyric in the song where the songwriter says, you know, I hope you don't fear those mountains in the distance. And he just explains that him not picking Bliss immediately was him having fear for the mountains in the distance. And, you know, listen, one thing about Zach, he gonna tell a story. One thing about Zach, he gonna tell you a story. He gonna give you a song to accompany it. Like, how do you not love Zach? How do you not? I'm sorry. This is a Zach stan account. I stan Zach. I do. I don't give a fuck. I do. I love his corny ass. I do. He's just very heartfelt. He's someone who's very in touch with his feelings. He's able to express himself. You know, he feels like a good guy. So I don't know. I love it. Him and Bliss look so cute sitting next to each other. What else did they talk about? They brought up her dad. Bliss defended her dad. Remember in my last video, I said, yes, like, listen, her dad was a little out of line, but like she said, my daddy gonna step about me. Like, my dad is always gonna have my back. He's gonna come hard for me. And I really feel like more girls need fathers like that, especially when it comes to us getting into relationships. Because the problem, I'm gonna tell you, what I've seen with a lot of women that go into relationships and marriages, and a lot of volatile things happen, a lot of times is because your man or your husband knows that you don't have a dad. You don't got somebody who's ready to step about you. You don't got somebody who's ready to go to war for you because you're their daughter. You don't have that. A lot of us didn't have our fathers in our lives. So then these guys take advantage of that. It is something that happens all the time and throughout different communities. So again, I really didn't understand how people didn't see that side of it. I liked that her dad was ready to step about her. There's a way to do it where you're not disrespecting your daughter, but still, I am team, you're my dad, step about me. Step about me. Let these motherfuckers know you not ready to play no games about your daughter. I am 100% for that. So I really liked it. I like the vibes. And then come to find out, Zach and her dad are besties now. And listen, I'm not shocked by that because Zach is a talker. Zach is a talker. I'm pretty sure he done talked that girl daddy to death to the point where her daddy was like, you know what, let me go ahead and just be friends with this man. Let me go ahead and just be friends with this man. I can't out-talk this man. I can't escape him. I can't scare his ass. Zach ain't scared of shit. Zach is not scared of shit. His mama used to sell coochie. Okay? When you got a mama who used to sell coochie for you to get McDonald's meals with a toy on the side, bitch, you not scared of nothing. You ain't never scared. You on your bone crush. You ain't never scared. Ding, 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 ding. Okay? So Bliss's daddy had to give in, okay? And another thing, I saw some people saying, oh my God, he never said his mama sold coochie, his mama was a stripper. Baby, that's selling coochie. You do know there's ways, it's levels to selling coochie, okay? It's levels to selling coochie. OnlyFans, that's selling coochie. There is coochie that you can buy that you just can look at. And there's coochie that you can buy that you can, that you can have entrance into. But there are levels to selling coochie. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said in my last video, coochie been selling since the beginning of time. Coochie been selling since Adam named all the animals on the planet. Coochie been selling. Eve was ready to sell her coochie for an apple. Let's keep it a buck. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But coochie been selling, okay? His mama was selling coochie. And that's okay. Because again, look at how he turned out. If it was not for his mama selling coochie, would we have gotten this, I hope you dance, I hope you dance. We wouldn't have got this I hope you dance moment if his mama was not here selling coochie. Okay? So that's that on that. Bliss let us know that her dad, and again, Bliss let us know her dad and Zach are besties now, and that her dad is even paying for them to go on a honeymoon. Now, I'm sorry. Excuse me? Now, I'm happy her dad is sending them on a honeymoon. But, bitch, why is Love is Blind not sending y'all on a honeymoon? All that money y'all making? Why are these people's parents having to send them on honeymoons? Why are you guys not sending these couples who make it down the aisle on an all-expense trip honeymoon? All expenses should be paid for a honeymoon. for these couples. Why is that not being done? Were y'all the only ones who caught that? I'm sorry, excuse me? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Bliss ends with, listen, my dad is being protective, that's all. Now they had the nerve to bring Princess Fiona onto my motherfucking screen. And I'm gonna say this. You know, in the words of Jackie, boss up. You know what I mean? Boss up. That's one thing I can give Irene credit for, is that she did bring her ass to this reunion. Unlike Jackie's puss ass, she actually showed up and she faced everybody on stage in front of the entire world. I do give her credit for that, because none of us have been kind to this girl, and I don't think she deserves any act of kindness, because we literally watched her and Micah terrorize so many people on this show. But for Irene specifically, she just went out of her way to be a disgusting person on this show. So, you know, it was funny seeing Irene get on stage and her crying and hearing the audience laugh their ass off. Like, did y'all hear the audience laughing at her? The irony in that to me was hilarious, because again, we watched you laugh and make fun of so many people on this show this season. And now at your darkest hour, when you're crying, the entire world is laughing at you. Not just the audience, but we were all laughing at your ass. We don't see it for you. We don't see it for you because you literally are, or you made yourself out to be a very disgusting person for ratings, for whatever your intentions were. And we're going to get to that. But anyway, you know, she says that she apologized to everybody privately. She kind of echoes her apologies that she put on her Instagram a couple weeks ago. Said, you know, listen, like, I apologize to everybody privately. She said that it was actually bad watching the bullying that went on. And it was like, no, sis, be specific. It was bad. It was sad watching you bully people. Specifically you. And Micah, who was so quiet. Did y'all notice how quiet Micah was during this? Because, like, she really didn't catch any strays. I thought this was a perfect opportunity for Nick and Vanessa to talk to both of these girls and bring up all of the receipts of them being mean girls in the pod headquarters, especially. I mean, they brought up a couple scenes of them together, but they really gave Micah no smoke, which again, Vanessa and Nick, you guys suck. You guys are idiots. You guys don't even know the show that you're hosting the reunion for. Like, you really bring nothing here but air. But taking up air, actually. You taking up air and my motherfucking time. You wasting my motherfucking time because you had no real questions for this girl. But anyway, so she told us that she never felt comfortable and that she never felt safe with Zach from the moment that she saw him. And here's the thing. We all saw the cringe moment. We all saw her call him a cartoon character. We all saw that. I would not have pressed past that. From what she was saying, hold on. She said that production, she kind of felt forced by production to go to Mexico and have a conversation with Zach. And so again, I don't know. I don't put that past production. But again, production can't really force you to stay in a place that you don't want to stay. And I want to say that for everybody who ever thinks of doing reality television, even me, when I shot a reality television show, there were a couple times where, because it was my first time around, I did feel like coerced into certain situations. But when I look back, really, what could they have done to me if I would have walked out? What were they going to do to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, no one has control over your body and no one has control over where you go. And so, I don't know. I wouldn't see myself going to Mexico with someone who I didn't feel safe with, someone that I didn't feel comfortable with. I wouldn't see myself flying to Mexico and then sleeping in the same bed with this person. Like, you slept in the same bed with this person. You disrespected this person, like, time and time again. We don't have to go through all the details. I don't know if that's a production thing. That just seems like a character thing because you kept doing it over and over and over. So for me, I would have probably taken my free trip to Mexico. To be honest, let's keep it a buck. You wanted a free trip to Mexico, bitch. Like, let's just keep it a buck. You wanted to go to Mexico for the free. And the thing is, you could have still went to Mexico for the free. You didn't have to sleep in the same bed with this man. You didn't have to be in the same room as this man. You could have told production, hey, I'm not comfortable sharing a room with this man. I can have conversations with him and we can build from there. But you wanted a free trip. Let's be honest, okay? And now I did like this one question from Vanessa where she said, hey, you mentioned on the show being bullied, but then you turned around and you did the same thing that you said was done to you as a child. And I'm glad she asked that because I think that's something that we've all brought to the forefront, which was, damn, bitch, like, you sat up there, first of all, after telling us that you were a bombshell. I was waiting for Vanessa to say, hey, sister, first question, so you a bombshell? You think you a bombshell? I want a confirmation of that. I want a confirmation of that. I really want a confirmation of that because this bitch is delusional, okay? This is a delusional ass bitch. So it's hard to believe anything that comes out of her fucking mouth. So as she's talking, you know, Nick brought up, so anyway, so there's a text message that was sent. So we find out that Bliss sent a text message. No, we find out that Princess Fiona sent a text message to Bliss while she was in Mexico with Zach, saying to her, hey, you dodged a bullet. I thought that was fucking crazy. And then, because another layer to that is she was actually encouraging Zach to go and fix things with Bliss while she's telling Bliss she dodged a bullet. Like, and then while they bring this up, Princess Fiona is sitting on the stage acting like she had a mental illness moment, that she was having all these panic attacks, that even like when she would put her pillow over her head not to talk to Zach, like that was a panic attack. But girl, you were laughing. You were carrying on. And how do you have a panic attack, but then outside of the show, you're still talking shit about this man? And I like how Bliss told her, listen, just grow from this. Take accountability for this. There's so much growth. There's so much positivity that comes with taking accountability for things. Take accountability and just move on. Like, she ate that. Bliss ate that shit. But let me tell you who really ate. Zach. Zach ate your ass the fuck up. Because Zach was able to tell us, listen, like, y'all only saw 10% of what this girl did to me. This girl was disgusting to me. She went out of her way to be mean to me. And let's be honest, she came on this show to be famous. She came on the show to be famous. He's not lying. Like, he's not lying. It was clear. Her and Micah both came on the show to be famous. They thought that they were gonna, especially when they linked up and they met each other, they thought they were gonna be like the funny duo. I see it all the time. Like, we see it all the time. It's just, the thing is, being mean and being vindictive and being disgusting and being condescending, that's actually not funny. And it didn't work out in y'all's favor. And Zach was telling the motherfucking truth. Now you're famous for being Even Stevens' twin. You're famous for being Beans from Even Stevens' twin. You're famous for being a Shrek lookalike. You're famous for being a dumbass. You're literally famous for being a dumbass and wasting everybody's time. You're famous for being delusional. Literally calling Zach ugly when you're sitting there looking like somebody's sore big toe. Okay? Like, you're famous for all the wrong reasons. And here's the thing. I'm going to tell y'all this. On a show like Love is Blind, if you're not a fave, your return is going to be extremely low. You're not a fave. And even now, we're in the 4th season. So now we're getting desensitized. As the seasons pass, you're really gonna have to make it huge. You're gonna have to make a huge impact on this show, a la Cameron and Lauren. If you're not a fave, you're gonna have a whole lot of followers, but that shit is not gonna translate into anything. You're not gonna get the deals. You're not gonna get the partnerships. You're not, like, nobody's fucking with you. Irene has a business, and she really thought that the business was gonna take off because she thought she was gonna be portrayed as being funny on the show. The only funny thing about you, Irene, is your fucking face. And nobody's buying your product. Because guess what? You're fucking ugly. And nobody wants to support someone who's fucking ugly. And you're not just ugly in the face, you're ugly in spirit. And how dare you get on this stage and try to tug at mental illness? No, no ma'am, no ma'am. Your personality is ill. Your heart is ill. You're an ill bitch, yes. But that's not mental illness. You're just a mean ass bitch, that's it. That's it, that's all it is. Ain't no mental illness. Irene, you were looking for a moment and you got it. Let Irene, let Barista, let Jessica, let these the Jackies, let these people be examples to y'all that want to come on Love is Blind. If you looking for a moment, bitch, you gonna get it. You gonna get it. The problem is you can't dictate what that moment's gonna be. You never know what the audience is gonna cling to. So be very fucking careful. Be very fucking careful. Y'all are a lot of, and let's be serious, most of y'all went on this show to be famous. And the relationship would be a plus. That's it. Okay? Nick did bring up Irene and Paul's, their whole moment. And, you know, Micah said, you know, it was hard for her to watch that whole scene with them by the bed, but she didn't really get into it. I don't know. It seems like her and Irene are not friends anymore. She didn't really give a fuck to actually talk to Irene about it. I just would have liked to hear more about that, because the thing is, you got Micah sitting there acting like a victim. Now, she did say that, you know, her and Kwame both disrespected their partners, but it's like, bitch, why the fuck are you calling Kwame? Alex is over there with his wife. Alex is over there with his wife, bitch. Why the fuck are you talking about? We're talking about you right now. We're talking about you and SpongeBob sitting next to your ass and how disrespectful y'all were, and how she disrespected you by you being her friend and her trying to slick get with your fiance. Paul didn't give a fuck. Paul was like, listen, me and Micah had already discussed our boundaries. Our boundaries was getting physical, so I was never worried about me and Irene, and that's why I never cared about her and Kwame. We knew what our boundaries were. I thought that was hilarious. Paul never cared for that girl. And like, yes, Micah's a villain, but Paul didn't give a fuck. Paul is a very matter-of-fact person. You tell Paul the rules, he's going to follow the rules to the T. And then anything outside of that, he don't give a fuck. It's just crazy though, like for your fiance not to give a fuck that you was all up in another dude's face, like that to me, that to me was fucking hilarious, but also strange a little bit. Is it just me? Okay. Then, like, on the heels of being inappropriate, you had Vanessa bringing up this TikTok video that everybody's talking about with Paul supposedly rubbing on Micah's bridesmaid's butt on his way out of the bridal suite. Again, first of all, that video's a reach. Like, we've all done that. Like, hey, excuse me, he didn't touch that girl's butt. Like, he did not touch that girl's butt. And if he did touch that girl's butt, I'm sorry, that doesn't look intentional to me. But here's the problem with that being brought up. My problem with that is, again, so you mean to tell me these hosts who've been here this entire season, this is what you came up with? Some TikTok shit? You're literally letting the internet feed you what you're gonna say at the reunion? You are useless. Like, Vanessa, Nick, y'all are useless. Where are the writers? Where's the team? What are y'all doing? Y'all are depending on TikTokers to tell y'all what to discuss at the reunion? Are you guys dumb? Is it crack? So here's the thing. I'm not going to spend too much time on this Micah and Paul thing because I really feel like it was so weird how Vanessa was coming for blood with Paul. You know, Paul at the end, you know, after the wedding, he did say, listen, like, I can't build nothing with this bitch. I can't have a family with this bitch. This bitch is not a mothering ass bitch. She's not nurturing. You know, he went on and on about that. And it's crazy to me how Vanessa took that and clung to that for literally 15 minutes of this fucking reunion. And you had Paul trying to clean it up and say, hey, you know what? What I should have said was, I don't see us being parents. Here's the thing. Paul said nothing wrong. The bitch is not nurturing. She's not. She's a whole bully. And the fact that Vanessa, while you're clinging to Paul's scrotum, you know, for this weak ass narrative that you were trying to push with him, why didn't you ask Micah, well, what about your journey do you think would make Paul feel like you weren't nurturing? I don't give a fuck about Micah giving us, you know, her father Abraham and his wife Sarah, and they was married at 90 years old. They got pregnant at God finally, you know, impregnated her at 90 years old. God finally made her pregnant at 91 years old, and here I am, boom, a miracle. Bitch, I don't give a fuck about that shit. You were not nurturing. You were a bully to this man. You were a bully in the pods. You sat there and let your friends bully him and be disrespectful to him. I mean, you were not open to what he wanted out of the relationship as far as like where to live, what to do. Nothing about Micah says nurturing. Everything about Micah says selfish. The girl never spoke about what she would love to bring into a relationship, like what she would love to do for her husband, with her husband, how she'd like to grow. Like nothing. She never displayed that at all. And it was really cringy watching Vanessa and Nick probe him about, well, then why did you say that? Okay, so when you said she wasn't nurturing, where was that coming from? Well, why didn't you have this conversation with her before saying, what the fuck are y'all, like, are y'all okay? Are y'all okay? Like, damn. That shit was really fucking annoying. Like, I can't. Like, Nick and Vanessa, like, y'all are whack. Y'all are horrible, horrible hosts. Horrible First of all, to spend that long on Micah and Paul and not even give Brett and Tiffany a fraction of that. And then you have Zach, who had to come in and step in. First of all, Vanessa and Nick, y'all didn't need to be nobody host. Make Zach the host. Because Zach was the one stepping in and asking the real questions and saying the real things. For instance, you know, Nick, you wouldn't have brought up that whole text thing if it wasn't for Zach. Then you have Zach stepping in this, and Zach telling Micah, yo, Micah, let's be for real. Like, I feel like you're coming for blood for my boy, but let's be for real. You did not like him. Several people here heard you say that you wasn't feeling him. You had a lot of conversations with people where you talked about him like a dog. And even I, on a car ride with you, heard how you talked about Paul. You did not like him. You did not like him, and you're sitting here crying. Here's the thing. Zach is telling the truth. We could all see that shit, that you did not like him. Nobody who really wanted to get married would at the altar say, when they're asked to say I do, would say, well, I'm going to let you say it first. Nobody who really wants to be married would say that shit. If you really wanted to be married to Paul, you would have said, sí, oui, yes, sí se puede. It's very fucking simple. It's not hard. Do you or do you not? No. You did that shit, and what happened is you saw the world's reaction to it. You said it, and then you watched it, and then you saw the world react. You thought that Paul was going to be a villain, and he was not. And I don't care how much Nick and his parasite of a wife, Vanessa, tried to flip the script and flip the narrative. I don't give a fuck. Paul did the right thing. Paul said the right things. You are not nurturing, and you are not ready to be nobody's wife. Period. You can say whatever you'd like. You can say you want kids. It doesn't mean you're ready to have them. You don't display a personality of somebody who is ready to be a mother. You are childish as fuck. And if you watched this season and didn't come to that conclusion, you still ain't ready to be nobody mama. You're still not ready to be nobody mama. You're childish as hell, and you don't need to be nobody wife either. Point blank, period. Wrap this shit up. I couldn't believe how long they stayed on Micah and Paul. It's gotta be crack. It's got to be crack. It's got to be crack. I'm sorry. It's got to be crack. It's got to be crack. During this Paul and Micah segment, it's really crazy to me how they held Paul's feet to the fire, but not once did they bring up Micah's triangle and how she manipulated Paul into choosing her over the other connection that he had. They never really held his fire to that, held her feet to the fire for it. It just was really, really weird. It's just like, Vanessa, you're fucking weird. Like Vanessa and Nick, but especially Vanessa. Like Vanessa, I don't want to see you on my screen ever again. I want this to be the last time Netflix has you host something. Like, I wouldn't even let you host my baby shower. I don't want you hosting nothing. No birthday parties, no baby showers. I don't want you hosting shit. I don't even want to hear you spell host. I don't want to hear you spell host. You are annoying. For real, for real. The shit was annoying. Seriously. The whole mic, like that shit was fucking annoying. Then they brought up Shelby, who is Princess Fiona's twin. And you know, they brought her up, and Micah just stood up for her friend. She was like, listen, you know, she just didn't want to see me be disrespected. She didn't want to see me, you know, run off the altar and cry. And I'm like, who didn't want to see you do that? Shelby? Your friend Shelby? This bitch right here?
Relieved. Honestly, that's how I wanted it to go.
Is it crack? Like, these people are on crack. I'm telling you, my daddy a crackhead. I know crackheads when I see them. These people are on crack. Everybody's on crack, but the black people on stage. And Chelsea. Now we get to Marshall and Jackie. And let me say this before I go into this. I really do not appreciate Marshall having to sit up there by himself again. I really feel like this could have been a Zoom call for Marshall too. I feel like having Marshall sit up there knowing damn well that y'all were going to be pre-recording with Jackie. First of all, you pre-recorded with her the day before, which lets me know you knew days in advance that she wasn't coming. Y'all could have told Marshall. Marshall could have sent a quick video and he could have been on his way. Instead, you had him sitting there this entire time thinking that he was going to be able to get closure and confront this girl who basically, you know, called him a gay ass bitch this entire fucking season, and post-season online has had text messages leak out publicly where she's calling him again a gay ass soft ass bitch to her friends. Like, you guys did not set this man up to have justice. Justice for Marshall. Y'all really, really did this man extremely wrong with this reunion. Vanessa, again, you are a low down bitch. I'm gonna tell you, like, this right here is where I really, like, after seeing this reunion again, I don't want to see you host. Bitch, I don't even want to see you telling the weather. I don't want to see you hosting an Instagram live, bitch. I don't want to see you host nothing. If the word host is over here, bitch, I need you on the other side of the fucking room. Host here, you there. You're fucking horrible. You're very biased and you don't know how to ask questions. You're not a fucking journalist, so you should have been prepared. The writer should have prepared you with your own questions to ask, because clearly your ass is not watching the fucking show that we watched. First of all, bruh, I fucking hate this bitch. I don't ever want to see you host nothing else. Seriously. I do not want to see Vanessa Lachey host nothing fucking else. I don't. You are trash. Absolute trash. Seriously. This shit really got on my nerves. It got on my nerves and I really wanted to punch it. Not the boss up queen not being able to boss the fuck up and show her puss ass up for the fucking reunion. Puss ass hoe. I thought you was the boss up queen. Why not boss up and show the fuck up? And face your consequences for the shit that you said during this whole entire season. What happened to bossing up? What happened to bossing up? They pull up all this footage of Jackie and Josh in the pods that we never saw before. And again, see, here's the thing. Y'all thinking y'all eat. The production producers, y'all think y'all ate that and you didn't. Because see, what this echoed for me is the same thing that Kwame said. When Kwame said, there's a lot of things that y'all didn't see, and so there was a narrative that wasn't our narrative that was being driven. See, this is why this is another reason why doing a live show is not a good idea for y'all. Because doing a live show, we were able to hear these cast members say a lot of shit. And I hope that y'all were paying attention to that. Why wouldn't you show us all of this between Jackie and Josh? Why are you showing it now? Why are you showing it now? Now, granted, even though we haven't seen this footage before, when Jackie had her meltdown in the pod's headquarters, she did talk about, you know, that Josh just was not as expressive. And, you know, that's why she you know, it was killing her that she, you know, was hurting his feelings by telling him that she was going to pick Marshall. Right? That was what that meltdown was about.
Now, I really did appreciate Jackie and Josh in the pods saying that their connection came naturally. Remember when Jackie told Josh, yeah, our connection comes naturally just like poop. I appreciated that because they're both full of shit.
Anyway, they show us this footage. We don't give a fuck. Clap if you gave a fuck. Exactly. Nobody's clapping. Nobody's clapping because we don't give a fuck. Jackie and it's Mr. Steal Your Girl, who's corny as fuck. The nigga with the cauliflowers with the dangling earrings. It's so funny because here he was in the pods in that footage that they showed. You know, they brought up Marshall and Marshall being soft. And I'm sorry. I just cannot take you serious, sir. You are wearing like dangly earrings. You look like a... What is given like a Hispanic R. Kelly. Remember when R. Kelly used to do the little dangly earrings when he was out here predating on Aaliyah? That's what it's given with those. Like, that's the imagery that I'm getting. It's not giving man. It's giving soft as fuck. If anybody's soft, it's your ass. Okay? Jackie said that she's grown, which, girl, we've seen your interviews. We've seen your Instagram posts. You have not grown from this. You absolutely have not grown for this. Because here's the thing. You would think after watching this show and seeing how Marshall was towards you, not only seeing that, but then also having experienced it, you would think you would find it in your heart to say, you know what? Let me give this man his ring back. The fact that you were still like, yeah, I didn't give it back. I'm not giving him back his ring. And you came up with that lie about, oh, he was going to propose to somebody else. Who the fuck was he going to propose to by that time? Like, literally by that time in the process, it's literally too late. It wasn't like a thing where he had already built a connection with someone else. He had no other connections. He had no, if he had a connection that was as deep as yours, they would have showed it. It would have been another triangle. He had no other connection. So for you to sit there and lie, and while she's lying, you see Marshall just making all these expressions, because it's like, bitch, you're fucking lying. And instead of just owning up to it and saying, you know what, I was wrong for keeping the ring, and I plan on sending his ring back, or I'm giving him back the ring. No, you sat there and like, no, I kept the ring. Yes, I did. And then you have Vanessa. Okay, you kept the ring because you have that guy next to you right there. It's like both of you guys are on fucking crack. But before I get to Vanessa, let me say to you, you didn't grow. You're actually worse. And what makes you worse, again, is your ability to not boss up, show up, and say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What I did to you was wrong. At least Shrek showed up and said, I'm sorry. Was it sincere? We don't give a fuck whether we're sincere or not. But let the record show that Shrek said, I'm sorry. For you to sit there with your bitch ass, with your puss ass, bitch ass, sit there and not say, I'm sorry to that man for treating him that way. I was wrong. And then try this whole, oh, he called me a derogatory term. What derogatory term did he call you? What derogatory term did he call you? Was it after? Was it not after you called him a soft ass bitch numerous times? Who the fuck is gonna keep taking that shit? Whenever somebody says, oh, such and such called me a derogatory term, I don't want to say what it was, that means they didn't call you no motherfucking derogatory term. If somebody calls me a derogatory term, I'm gonna put an address on that shit. Here it is. This is the term right here. The fact that you were never able to say what the derogatory term was lets me know he never called you anything. And even him coming forward and saying afterwards, yeah, well, I did say she had a strong jawline. And that's not all I would have told your puss ass, to be honest, at that point. You were literally disgusting to this man. You called him soft numerous times. You basically called him a bitch numerous times. And then on top of that, the whole clearing up, oh, I broke up with Marshall before the coffee date. That doesn't clear up nothing for me. Because it was clear as day that when Jackie met up with Josh, that was not their first time meeting up. Who the fuck says, oh, my nipples got hard when I saw your, when I heard your voice, my nipples got hard. Bitch, that's not the first time you met with that man. And then y'all kissed. You tongued each other down. It wasn't the first time. That coffee scene very much gave production caught wind that you guys were seeing each other behind Marshall's back. And you guys are on contract. Y'all need to bring this to the screen. Y'all are being paid for this. We can sue you. We can take you to court. We can take legal action. So both of y'all puss asses showed up to the coffee shop and did that scene. Because you knew if you didn't, that was your ass. You didn't clear up shit. And if anybody runs with that and says, oh, well, she didn't clear up shit. You had been seeing Josh. That's why you didn't show up for the wedding fitting. You were been seeing Josh. You had already been dating Josh. You are a coward. You are a bitch ass, puss ass bitch. And to be honest, again, if I could not be Marshall's sister, because I would have fucking pulled your esophagus out your fucking throat for playing with my brother like that on national motherfucking TV, and then having the audacity to not give him his fucking ring back. I don't give a fuck if the ring was purchased by Love is Blind, Love is ugly, Love can see, Love is foolish. I don't give a fuck whose love bought the motherfucking ring. It is Marshall's ring. You should have given back that ring. Because let's be serious. You kept the ring because you a broke ass bitch and you pawned that shit. Period. You broke. Josh looked broke as fuck too. And then here come Josh. Oh, you know, again, I told y'all, for Josh, this is a competition. He does not want Jackie. And again, let me tell you something. Y'all just keep me tuned. You know I'm not gonna follow these people. I don't give a fuck what happens to them after this. But tag me when they break up. Tag me when they break up. This was a competition for Josh. This was a competition for him, which is why he brought up again, oh, before Chelsea's party, you know, I cut weight, I cut 12 pounds. And here go Vanessa sucking his dick through the motherfucking camera. Oh, you cut weight? Oh, you kept the ring? Okay, so are we gonna get little JJs? Like, girl, why are you sucking these people's dicks so hard? Why are you sucking their dick so hard? Where are the questions? Where are the questions? Why did you not press them about their timeline of being together? Because everybody with eyes. I don't give a fuck if Love is blind, bitch. Jessie Woo is not. Love may be blind, but bitch, I am not. Everybody with 20/20 vision. Last time I checked, I went to the DMV, I have 20/20 vision. Bitch, my 20/20 vision, I could see they had been dating. Why not press them about that? Why not press her about, well, listen, Marshall proposed to you with the intent to marry you. You clearly didn't want Marshall. So why not just give him his ring back? You know the audience feels you should give him his ring back. That's the very least you could have asked her. And then when she said the whole, oh, he called me a derogatory term, why didn't you ask her about those text messages that made it online? Why didn't you bring that up to Marshall? Why didn't you bring that up to her? Well, post the show, there has been text messages online that display you seemingly attacking his sexuality. How do you think that makes her feel? How do you think that makes Marshall feel? How do you think he's supposed to process that? Not only having been on this show with you where you attacked his sexuality, but you did it to your friend, with your friends, and then your friends leaked that to the masses for the masses to see. Where was the energy for Jackie and these text messages where she assaulted this man's sexuality? Why were there no questions to her about that? Like, especially in today's climate where homophobia is still such a topic of discussion. And to be honest, the way she talked about Marshall was very violent. It was very violent to talk about this man's sexuality, all because he was considerate, nice, emotionally available, intelligent, soft. He displayed understanding, patience. Why did you not address that? And then the energy you had for Marshall. Oh, well, because then here goes Marshall. Marshall says, here's the thing. And then, hold on, let me back up. Because they're still on this Zoom call. And no mention of Josh calling Marshall a bitch. Not one mention. Like, I couldn't believe that. Not one mention of this man wearing hoop earrings calling Marshall a bitch in front of everybody. Not one question about that. These two literally sat down on our screens and assaulted this man's sexuality. Like, I really want y'all to understand that Marshall will have to carry that with him for the rest of his life. I don't care how much of a good front and a good attitude he's displaying. This man has to carry that with him for the rest of his life. That this one experience that he had that was supposed to bring him the love of his life, that was supposed to bring him marriage, was an experience where him as a black man, him as a black, understanding, emotionally intelligent, soft man, was called gay for being those things. All the things that women say they want from a man. He was called gay for that. The fact that you, Vanessa, did not bring that up, you are a low down, dirty ass bitch for not doing that. And I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't want to see you on my screen no more. I don't. Take her peach away. Well, she ain't got no peach. Whatever. Take her damn toon. Take her Netflix sound away from her. Toon. Take her toon. Take it the fuck away from her. I don't want to see her anymore. I don't want to see you no more. You bum ass bitch. I don't want to see you. You're a bum. You're not no motherfucking host. You are a fucking bum. I wouldn't let you host Uno night. Puss ass hoe. Like, you asked none of the questions. And then you had the nerve to have so much smoke for Marshall. Oh, well, she said you called her a derogatory term. And then here's Marshall saying, no, I didn't call her a derogatory term. She was saying all these things about me, about my sexuality. And so I told her, well, damn, you have a strong jawline. So you could have been a man for all I know. First of all, he wasn't being serious. Let's keep it a buck. He did not think that Jackie was a man. Let's keep it a buck. And here you go, oh, I don't know how I'd feel if Nick said that to me. Bitch, we don't give a fuck what Nick says to you, bitch. You are not Jessica motherfucking Simpson. We don't care about you, puss asshole. We don't want to see you on our motherfucking screens no more, bitch. We don't care. We don't care what Nick would say to you. This is not about you. That's the problem. This is not about you. Netflix, get this bitch, like, get her off my fucking screen. I don't want to see her no more. Dead ass. I don't want to see her no more. My damn blood pressure going up. Lord have mercy. Then you have like Vanessa bring up the whole ring thing. Well, why did you want your ring back? Because, bitch, like, are you fucking dumb? Are you fucking dumb? Like, Vanessa, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Or are you on crack? Are you on crack? Why would anybody ask for their ring back? Because they proposed and the person doesn't want to get married. It's really very fucking simple, bitch. Why are you asking him such a dumbass question? And why didn't you press Jackie about that? Well, Jackie, you didn't want to get married to him anymore, so you should have given him the ring back. It doesn't matter if he wanted to propose to somebody else. Here's the thing. Because then they try to bring up, oh, well, you were dating Keisha, and they brought up Keisha, who was another black girl that was inexperienced, that didn't get a chance. We didn't really get a chance to see much of her. But apparently, Keisha caught wind of Marshall breaking up with Jackie. So she hit him up, see how he was doing. They went on one date, and that was it. And to be honest, I don't even think that's a date. I think they linked up one time, hung out, and that was it. It gives friends vibes. But I don't even give a fuck if Marshall was going to propose to the next woman. Jackie still should have gave him his ring back because you didn't want his soft ass. You didn't want him soft. You didn't want him. You did not want his soft ass, right? So why would you care about him proposing to the next woman? It is because you're a brokey. You're a brokey. And you pawn the ring so you can get a quick dollar. And here's the thing, the gag is that ring probably wasn't even worth much. That's the real gag. You probably weren't even able, you probably paid like 1 month's rent with that shit. Probably 1 month of your bills. The show only pays y'all $1,000 per episode. You still broke. You a broke ass bitch. And now you're dating this fighter. If he's not a big time fighter, so he's broke. He's not making a lot of money. So bitch, like I said again, tag me when her and Josh are done. You're not gonna get no partnerships. You're not gonna get the fame that you didn't get the fame you wanted. You're not gonna make no money off this shit. You're done. You and Josh are fucking done. I'm not gonna wait on it because I don't give a fuck, but I know my subscribers gonna tag me. Y'all gonna let me know. Listen, I mean, I could go on. There was a couple more things that happened. I think Kwame cleared up. I did like the fact that Kwame cleared up his whole name thing because Ghana Twitter, African Twitter has been getting on his ass about him, you know, wanting to lead with Alex instead of Kwame. And he said something that was very true. He said, going into this experience, they want you to be as coy as possible when it comes to your race. And so he felt that Kwame told them he's black. Alex does not immediately tell the person that you're black. And so remember, love is supposed to be blind. So if you say my name is Kwame, that person is already, they already are thinking that this is a black man. That's what they have in their minds. So I agree with him with that. And he said that he explained all of that numerous times, but they never showed that in the edits. I believe him. I believe him. See, y'all doing this live show, y'all didn't eat that. Y'all have a lot of food on the plate. Y'all did not eat. For those of us who pay attention, y'all did not eat. This reunion was a waste of my motherfucking time. I'm really happy that I was in Jamaica having the time of my life. Having the time of my life. Because this was a waste of my fucking time. No real questions were asked. I really feel that Vanessa was on crack. I really think she hit baby powder before she did this fucking reunion. Because her demeanor, her questioning, it just was stupid as fuck. It was dumb. It was dumb. If it's not crack, maybe my sister went by Party City and bought some balloons for her kids and she inhaled too much helium. Something was completely off with her. Her and Nick are very useless beings to this. It's time to get other hosts. I am available. I am available for a fee. For a fee, okay? For a fee. Not for their fee, for iffy, okay? I really don't want to see Vanessa on my screen no more. Vanessa, go find something to do. Go be like Nick's first wife that was very, very smart. You see how she's smart? She started doing shoes and all that other shit. Go find yourself something else to do. I don't want you to host nothing. I wouldn't let your ass host a barbecue, okay? I wouldn't let your ass host a get-together. I don't want you hosting shit. You are useless. 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 And you got on my fucking nerves. And I don't want to see you on my screen anymore. Seriously, I don't want to see you on my screen no more. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you guys thought about the reunion. It just was fucking whack to me. This was the corniest reunion. However, I can't lie that this was the best Love is Blind season. Like, it actually beat the first season for me as far as entertainment. It was the best season. Imagine Lauren and Cameron with this cast. Oh my God. That just, Lord have mercy. But for it to be such a good season, this shit was fucking whack. This reunion was whack as fuck. Anyway, y'all, drop in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this reunion, this season. I also want to do a video where I talk about fun facts and myths about Love is Blind in general. Let me know if you guys want me to do that. Anyway, until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Oh, you still here? Okay, cool. This is for those of you guys who want to see some of my Jamaica Carnival experience. Again, I went with Ebony Magazine. When we landed in Montego Bay, we had to drive to Kingston. It took us 5 hours because apparently there was not a hurricane, but a tropical storm. And it's crazy because my mom, she lives in South Florida. It hit South Florida really hard. And it hit Jamaica really hard. So as you can see, like, this is the weather. But we made it 5 hours later to our hotel. First night we basically chilled, but then the next day onwards, like, it was just a lot of getting up and going. We did so many activities. We did a yacht party. We did a Ebony formal dinner the first night where we met with the Board of Tourism, which was amazing. And the CEO of Ebony Magazine was there. And y'all, the editor-in-chief is Haitian. I couldn't believe that. She is a Haitian woman, which was amazing. Such a sight to see, especially me being Haitian. Like, that's a big deal to me. And she's chocolate like me, so that's great. I mean, we did concerts, we did parties, we did WeFet. I didn't make it to Juve, y'all. I was so tired from WeFet. So I didn't make it to Juve, but I made it on the road. I made it on the road. Honestly, I had the time of my life. I had the time of my life. I had the time of my life. I met so many of you guys who watch me on here. Literally, I had subscribers coming up asking me for a damn review. Girl, you see me shaking coochie. You see me throwing coochie all over this damn island talking about you want a Love is Blind reunion review. Are you kidding me? Let me shake my coochie in peace. And when I'm done shaking my coochie in peace, then I'll get down to the YouTubers. Okay? But if you ever come up to me at an event where I'm shaking coochie, don't ask me about work. All right, I love y'all, but please, let's have some respect in this bitch, okay? But I met so many of you guys. I met so many Jamaican sisters and brothers. I mean, we argued about Celine Dion, who Celine Dion belongs to. And that was funny. But I beat Usain Bolt in a sport, okay? I beat him in rock, paper, scissors. So that was me winning Celine Dion for the Haitian. Sorry, I'm so sorry for you. But honestly, it just made me so emotional. I felt so welcome and loved by Jamaicans. I honestly, like, I just want to say, Jamaicans, I love y'all. I love y'all. I don't give a fuck about that Haiti versus Jamaica shit that y'all be bringing up. I love you guys. Growing up, most of my friends were Haitians and Jamaicans, and mostly other immigrants from other Caribbean islands and Hispanic places as well. So I always have love, a special love for us immigrants, us black and brown immigrants. I love y'all to death, and Jamaica will always have a special place in my heart. Every time I've gone, I've always felt extreme love, extreme love. I honestly feel like I don't even feel that from my own community, to be honest. So just getting to live that, it just was very special for me, and I'll never forget my Carnival 2023 experience. I want to thank Ebony Magazine for taking me, and man, they curated such a good guest list. So many people were there, and it was amazing to get to spend time with all these young ladies and the guys as well. And I just look forward to, if you guys ever do it again, to please ask me. I'm coming. I don't give a fuck what I'm doing. I'm coming. Anyway, y'all, thank you so much for sticking around, and again, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. Now we gotta find another show to watch. So for those of you guys who stuck around, let me know what show you want me to watch next so we can review. I am thinking about doing the Ready to Love reunion. I didn't do the show, but I'm thinking about reviewing the reunion. Take care, guys. I love you guys. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys soon.
What'd you say?
Oh, somebody take this picture for me. I said Jesse backside outside in Jamaica.
No.